Consider supporting Review Tech USA on Patreon for just $1 a month. Link below in the description. Skip it up and that up.
So this is a strange coincidence that this story came out. A few days ago, I was talking about how Best Buy really doesn't sell CDs anymore. They may have like the top 10 there of the most popular artists out where you could buy a CD, but that's it. The days of you going to Best Buy and there being aisles upon aisles of CDs in alphabetical order are long gone. Well, I guess it was still a thing that they were selling CDs unofficially, but now Best Buy is going to officially discontinue selling CDs starting this July. But they're still going to sell vinyl records. Who the hell saw that one coming? Now, just to give you a perspective how much the mighty CD has fallen, back in 2001, there were over 800 million albums sold in the US. Almost 1 billion CDs were sold in the US 17 years ago. In 2017, there was 89 million CDs sold, which honestly, that number kind of surprises me. I didn't think that many CDs were still being sold in the US in 2017. I was expecting like 3 or 4 million, but whatever, I guess there's still a bunch of people out there that are dedicated to buying CDs. Now, Target is on the brink of also discontinuing optical discs, not just CDs. They're thinking about going from buying CDs and DVDs in bulk and just shipping back what doesn't sell to only buying CDs and DVDs that actually sell. Now, the record labels aren't too keen with this. There's some rumors that most of the record labels are leaning no, or at best, they're undecided. Now, you'd be surprised that there's actually a lot of people, if you look on Twitter, some of the articles I have screen cap the people that are devastated or very sad that Best Buy is no longer selling CDs. But even me, a guy who's like a tech guy who used to buy every CD out there, I was one of the dudes in the early 2000s that in my car I had a Pioneer deck, a Pioneer head unit with subwoofers in my trunk. Yes, I was that guy. I wasn't the guy whose car was vibrating at stoplights though, who had a whole CD case full of a whole bunch of CDs you had to flip through. This is before, hell, even MP3 decks were something that was relevant. I don't buy CDs anymore at all. I just either stream my music through Spotify or Tidal or Apple Music or whatever the case may be, and that's how I listen to music. Maybe if I really, really want a CD, I'll buy it through Amazon, but that's it. And the vast majority of people that consume music have moved that way. The only exception is, and who the hell would have saw this coming in like the 90s and even early 2000s, is vinyl is making a comeback. As a matter of fact, there's some insider rumors that Best Buy is definitely going to sell vinyl music for the next 2 years. Because I have no idea why the hell that's happening. But I mean, vinyl's cool. There's benefits to vinyl, and plus it's retro and trendy now. But that's crazy, man. I thought vinyl, especially like in the late 90s, early 2000s, was all but dead and would never make a comeback. But here we are. Now they're selling portable turntables that have Bluetooth in them. Yeah. So besides, let's put vinyl aside. This is what I'm talking about, though, when it comes to digital distribution and streaming and things like that. Now, music is slightly different because to stream an album or download an album, whether you buy it through iTunes or you stream it through Spotify, music is nowhere near the same size that a video game is. You could get a whole album for maybe 80 to 100 megabytes. If you want to actually purchase the MP3s, whereas downloading a game is, 50 or 60 gigabytes, sometimes more. But it's showing that the convenience factor is what people prefer. Yes, I understand, even with games, and I've been that way too until relatively recently, where when you have a console, you want to go to a GameStop or to a Walmart or whatever the case may be and get the physical copy. And for people that live in fringe areas where the internet is so-so, or you have a data cap, I understand why you still need and want to purchase physical copies of games. But when the internet one day, hopefully that happens, and hopefully, net neutrality gets put back in place, where we have an internet where everyone has high speed and everyone has no data caps and they could just download whatever they want to, and they all have high speed internet, we're either going to be streaming our games or downloading our games. And again, perfect example, where I'm from, there's going to be a major snowstorm tomorrow. Say there was a game I wanted to go get, instead of going to a store and risking myself driving out to go get it, I could just download it on PSN or on my PC or whatever the case may be, and don't have to worry about anything. And the game is now on my computer. And I don't have to run out to a brick and mortar store and literally risk my life to go buy a video game. Times are changing. I'm not saying that I'm super duper 100% on board with digital distribution, but if you look back at what happened with Blockbuster and movies and how Netflix took over with, they used to mail DVDs out to your house, and now they stream content to your PC or your smart devices. Or if you look now with music, hell, there was a time at my mall, there was like 5 or 6 music stores. And then once iTunes and iPods came out and then we started streaming music, all of those stores imploded. And now even Best Buy, which was like the last beacon of hope for people who wanted to go out and buy CDs, is discontinuing CDs this July. Times are changing, and digital distribution is what the general consumer prefers. I'm not saying I'm totally on board with it, but that's just the reality. This is Rich of Review Tech USA signing out. Have a good one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. And to hear more content like this, make sure to subscribe to Review Tech USA.
Or at best, they're undecided.